Carlos Coy, better known as South Park Mexican or SPM, started his life in a humble neighborhood in Houston, Texas. Born in the year 1970 to a Mexican-American family, Carlos was one of the youngest among his 7 siblings. His early life was far from privileged, as he grew up in the rough-and-tumble neighborhood of South Park, Houston, a place known for its hard streets and tougher inhabitants. School was a challenge for young Carlos, not because he lacked intelligence, but because the environment outside the classroom was far more captivating. The streets of South Park, filled with graffiti, gangs, and the gritty realities of life, were a constant distraction. He was drawn to the raw and unfiltered world outside, where survival was the only curriculum. But it was not all hardship and struggle. In the midst of this challenging environment, Carlos discovered an escape route, a means of expressing his inner thoughts and emotions. He found his voice in music. The rhythm of the streets, the pulse of life around him, found a way into his lyrics. He began to write songs, not just as a hobby, but as a lifeline. It was in these early years that Carlos Coy, the boy from South Park, started to transform into South Park Mexican, the rapper. Carlos's music was a reflection of his life, his experiences, his struggles. It was raw, it was real, and it resonated with people. His lyrics painted a vivid picture of life in South Park, a narrative that many could relate to. His music became his identity, and it was through this identity that he began to rise above the challenges of his early life. Through the struggles of his early life, SPM found solace in music, a decision that would soon change his life forever. In the mid-90s, Carlos Coy transformed into South Park Mexican, a name that would soon echo in the streets of Houston and beyond. Music became his escape, his expression, and his calling. He took the raw energy of his experiences and spun it into rhymes, creating a sound that was as gritty as the streets he hailed from. In 1995, Coy released his first album, Hillwood. This was not just another album on the shelves, it was a testament to his survival and resilience, a narrative of his life on the streets of South Park, a neighborhood in Houston, Texas. The album was raw, filled with Coy's experiences and observations, and it resonated with many. However, Coy's ambition didn't stop at creating music. He wanted to create a platform for voices like his, voices that were often overlooked and unheard. And so, Dope House Records was born. This independent label, founded by Coy, became the home for many local artists who shared his experiences and his vision. Under Dope House Records, Coy, now known as South Park Mexican, released a series of successful albums. These weren't just collections of songs. They were anthologies of life in the streets, of struggle, survival, and hope. His music transcended the borders of Texas, reaching listeners nationwide. His raw lyrics, combined with his authentic storytelling, struck a chord with many, making him a household name in the world of hip-hop. Coy had managed to transition from the streets to stardom, but his journey was far from smooth. While his music was climbing the charts, his personal life was riddled with challenges. The fame and fortune that came with his success were often overshadowed by his controversial lifestyle and legal troubles. SPM had successfully transitioned from the streets to stardom, but his journey was far from smooth. His story is a testament to the power of music, its ability to transform lives, and the consequences of the choices we make along the way. As SPM's music career soared, his personal life took a dark turn that shocked his fans and the music industry alike. Behind the glitz and glamour of his rising fame, a storm was brewing. In 2002, SPM, or South Park Mexican, found himself at the center of a legal mailish. Arrested and later convicted for sexual assault, his life took a sharp detour from the path of stardom to a road marred by controversy. The incident, involving a 9-year-old girl, sent tremors through his fan base and the music industry. The details of the case were as shocking as they were grim. The conviction led to a prison sentence of 45 years, a verdict that was met with mixed reactions. Many fans were in disbelief, unable to reconcile the image of the man whose music they adored with the heinous crime he was convicted of. The controversy surrounding his conviction was far-reaching. Questions were raised about the fairness of the trial, with some pointing out inconsistencies in the evidence presented. However, the court's decision stood firm, and SPM was set to spend a significant portion of his life behind bars. The impact of his conviction on his career was immediate and devastating. Record sales plummeted, radio stations pulled his music, and collaborations were abruptly canceled. The man once hailed as a beacon of hope for aspiring musicians from the streets of Texas was now a pariah in the industry he once dominated. His personal life, too, was thrown into disarray. Friends distanced themselves and the public's perception of him shifted dramatically. The man who once stood atop the rap world was now seen in a completely different light. In the height of his career, SPM's fall from grace was a stark reminder of the stark contrast between his public persona and personal life. It served as a chilling testament to the duality that can exist within individuals, even those we hold in high esteem. As SPM serves his 45-year sentence, his music continues to resonate with fans around the world. Even behind bars, his influence on the rap scene remains undeniable. The echoes of his past reverberate through the walls of his cell, his lyrics continuing to inspire a generation. The rapper's life in prison has been characterized by ongoing appeal efforts. Despite the odds, SPM and his legal team remain hopeful and continue to fight for his freedom. His dedicated fan base has not wavered in their support, amplifying his voice in the outside world, keeping his music alive and his legacy intact. Even in the face of adversity, SPM's music continues to be influential. His bars, penned from the confines of his cell, serve as a stark reminder of his talent and the impact of his work on the rap scene. In spite of his circumstances, SPM's legacy as a rapper endures, a testament to his undeniable impact on the music scene. South Park Mexican's unique journey from the streets to stardom is one fraught with success, controversy, and a lasting impact. His life and career are a study in contrasts. On one hand, we have an artist who rose from a humble background to become a celebrated figure in the Texas rap scene. His music resonated with many, his lyrics often reflecting the gritty reality of street life. On the other hand, we have a man whose personal life was marked by legal troubles, leading to his current incarceration. His actions have sparked much debate, with critics questioning the place of his music in the annals of rap history. His legacy, thus, is a contentious one. Some argue that his music should be celebrated, while others believe his personal actions overshadow his artistic contributions. From his humble beginnings to his current situation, SPM's life serves as a complex narrative of talent, success, and controversy, leaving a lasting impact on the music industry and his fans.